it's Sami from Sami's Sweet Life, and welcome to day 3 of Vlogmas. I just sat down and wrote out the last little bit. I also used the gingerbread goodness from the Hubman and Chub Girl Advent that I opened for day 2, so I've got that right here. We're going to go ahead and open day 3, and then we'll move on to swatching, and then I have some planner goodness to discuss. I had a long list from yesterday, and I didn't quite get to all of it. Yesterday's video was super long. And so I'm hoping today's video won't be quite as long. Oh yeah, so we got some more gingerbreads. These are the bigger ones, which are super cute. Now, I was thinking about this the other day. I love the Advent from last year. I love the Advent from this year. But I wish they would sell like an add-on where you could add on the vertical planner kits or the Hobonichi kits or both, because I love this collection so much. It's super cute. And I would love to have the actual like planner kits to go along with it. I know that this is an Advent exclusive collection, so I don't know how they would be able to sell those on top of the Advent. Like I said, maybe like an add-on as you purchase this, you could add on the other 2 kits. But I would love to do that because these are so cute. I would love a whole entire month decorated in these items. But I don't have any of those like label stickers or any of the normal monthly date headers and things, so it's unfortunate that you can't get those extras because I would love to have an entire month decorated like this. But anyway, super cute. Love, love, love their stickers. Obviously, I get almost all their collections. So we need to take this off. I'll go ahead and stick it. So this one came off way nicer, especially yesterday's sticker was really stuck on there. And there's a little bit. I'm afraid to try to peel off this like excess bit. I don't want to mess up the tree trunk. Okay, and this one is plenty sticky, so I think I can just stick this one straight down, which is wonderful. That doesn't happen too often, it seems, this year at least. Still got a little bit of like shaggy bits around the edge. I'm okay with that. Okay, we're gonna swatch. Oh, also, I've worn this before. This is such a cute little like puffy sweater. The sleeves are really big. It is a Wicked sweater. So I got this from the Target Wicked collection. We did end up going to see it over fall break, which was so much fun. And yeah, love the movie. I have never seen the play at all, but now I want to read all the books. There's a bunch of different Wizard of Oz Wicked series stuff. Oh yeah, speaking of books, before we get to swatching, I ended up looking at the Audible sale that's going on right now. I will try to link to it for you guys. I am an Audible subscriber, and what I do, I subscribe to Audible when I have some sort of like, there'll be like a 3-month special thing where each month is a discounted price, because the normal Audible price is like 15 or 16 bucks, and you get 1 audiobook a month, which you also get access to all the other audiobooks in their collection, but you only get 1 audiobook credit. So I feel like it's kind of steep to have $15 for 1 book, even though like audiobooks are expensive. I would love it to be more of a rental model where like, okay, you pay the 15 bucks, you can listen to as many books as you want in their collection. I don't love the idea of having to purchase them, but I will subscribe when it's like 10 bucks and under. I feel like that's a decent price for a month. And then I'll listen to like extra stuff here and there when I find something in there, like backlog stuff that you can listen to for free with the membership. So I'll do that. And then the second I start getting charged more, I go to cancel, and they'll generally speaking give you some sort of offer for the next couple of months. So I'll just keep stringing it along while I have like a better price. And then this last time it was like a 3-month thing where it was like 8 bucks a month or whatever. And I went to cancel it, and they gave me like this insane deep discount if you subscribed for 12 months. Like you got all your 12 credits up front. It was like half the price. So I have 10 more credits from this deal. I've used 2 like the last couple of months with the Dune books, but it was such a good deal. So I marked it on my iCal like a month before it goes to cancel it, so it doesn't renew that yearly price, because then it'll be like the full price yearly price, and it'll do it all at once, which is not good. So I always, when I'm doing any sort of subscription model thing, I always put a cancel reminder in my phone. You know, that's how they get you. They get you to subscribe forever because you just forget, you don't check your credit card statement, you don't realize you're subscribed to all these things. So that's my hack, is just set it up in your calendar so it'll remind you. So I have that reminder set up. But yeah, really been enjoying Audible. So there's sales like up to 85% off. Something like that, like a deep, deep discount. So I bought 3 books I bought the Lord of the Rings. One of the books is included in Audible, and I bought book 2 and 3, so I can do the whole Lord of the Rings 3-book series, and then there's some prequels I could do if I want more than that. I loved seeing the movies. My aunt used to take me like every Christmas break. We would see the movies when they were coming out, and we'd see them in real time, which was always really fun. So I enjoyed the movies, but I never read the book, so I'm excited for that. Oh, and the other book is like something about communicating, like 90 tricks and tips to like communicate better, basically. It's like how to like have conversations with anybody, that kind of book. So I love self-help type of things, and I love, you know, I'm in Dune right now, so I looked at the Dune books that are next and they weren't very cheap, so I didn't actually pay outright for those, but the Lord of the Rings books were $3 something a piece. So one's included with Audible, and then the other 2 were $3 a piece, which was awesome. $5 and under, I'm totally hooked. Even like a 10 and under for the credits. When the credits equal 10 and under, I will sign up. Otherwise, like, I don't want to pay $15 for one book. It's just not something I want to do. So anyway, love Audible. I just always take advantage of the deals because I feel like $15 a month is steep. Anyway, that's enough Audible chat. Let's go ahead and jump into swatching. I just started the 6th Dune book, and it's really good. All right, so here's number 3. Ooh, and this one's one I'm excited about. I loved all the, like, the grayish tones in this calendar. I have looked at this, by the way. Before I bought it, I totally looked at other people swatching the whole entire thing. This one is called Moonlit Veil, and it does not look like a shimmer ink. We will open this. I loved all the little grayish tones, so it looks like a grayish tone according to this. And then on my DIY Inkvent, I've got this one next, Diamine Season's Greeting. So this one is a greenish one. I think it has like a purple sheen to it, so that one will also be fun. I gotta go get my water and we will start this. One thing that's nice about filming up here is this is an ensuite guest room, so the bathroom where the sink is right over across the room. Super nice. Downstairs where I used to film was set up near a bathroom, but not nearly as close as this. Okay, let's swatch. I'm gonna roll up the sleeve all the way to make sure I don't get it in the swatchiness. And then I also have my other page here. I'm gonna swatch as well. Get both of these on the screen for you guys. There we go. Okay, both on the screen. Let's swatch. I'm gonna do the same process. Colorverse first, and then the DIY one second. That one happens to be Diamine. Oops. Glad it wasn't open when I just did that. These are super tight. I'm very excited to see what this one looks like when it dries down, because these grays are really pretty. I have a little bit of water left in there. Cleaning them out. So I found Stella had played around in this bathroom, and she had messed with my pipetters and water. And I was like, hey, don't mess with these. And she was like, oh, I was trying to get a drink. And I was like, ooh, these are my ink swatchy things. Like, mommy didn't clean them. They're not ready for drinking out of. So she was like in there messing around with my pipetters. So now I'm like, I really gotta make sure they're clean in case she sneaks in here and messes around again. It's like, oh, mom fail. I didn't even think to tell her not to drink out of a cup in the bathroom. It's like in their bathroom, they have their own little cups. They're not this kind of cup, but it's definitely like you would think that a cup in a bathroom would be for drinking, but that's not the case with this one. So just pretty. A medium toned gray. It looks like a very just true neutral toned gray. Very pretty. All right, Season's Greetings. This one is not shimmery at all. Okay, this one's one of those sheening ones. I'm pretty sure I remember. Oh, I hate when that little bubble is on the top there. Okay. See? Well, it's very green. I want to say this one definitely is sheening ink, but now I'm not sure looking at it. I'll have to see. I got ink all over the cap, all over the edge, covered. Sometimes you gotta get inky. Oh yeah, okay. I do think this is the one I was remembering. It's like very, very much a sheening ink. It has like a color shift, which is fun. And I like this one's nice and dark. So like in the water, yeah, you can see. I was gonna say in the water, it definitely looks way lighter and tealier. And then here it looks way almost like a spruce green color. Oh yeah, and I packed up all the stuff that I brought up here yesterday, sliced the crap out of my finger. So I got a little cut right there. Definitely feels like a deeper paper cut. So we've got Moonlit Veil and Diamine Season's Greetings. We're gonna let those dry down and then I will write everything in. Hopefully by the time I'm done with this video, the swatches will be dry enough that I can do some writing. I've got to take some inks downstairs from my Advent. I'm going to also have to clean pens. So my Lamy All-Star was filled with, I want to say elderberry. It was either elderberry or blackberry, and I used it yesterday and it completely ran out. So we are gonna fill up that pen, and then I think I'm going to fill up the red from day one. I ended up using that quite a bit yesterday. That gives me 2 pens, and then I can still use this blue and green, which are fun colors. So I'm kind of like rotating out which pens I'm using for what thing. This one's got Masquerade in it, which is a really pretty like pinky neutral, and it is shimmer, so it's kind of finicky in this pen. So I might end up filling that one up tomorrow. So that's the pen selection choices. I do want to talk about one of the main things I didn't get to yesterday, which is my fitness planner, my fitness and wellness planner. So I took the Sushi Hone back downstairs, and this is the fitness planner portion of it where I'm going to write in my workouts. So all my wellness, food logging, self-care, skincare routines, AM, PM routines, all of that stuff is going in that Sushi Hone from Hobonichi. Well, I'm going to keep my workouts separately because I've been using this compact, and this is a horizontal N1H, it's a TN size horizontal spread, and I write my workouts in. So like some weeks are barely anything, some weeks I'm doing everything. This was when we went to Ocean City and went to a music festival there, which was fun. It's called Ocean's Calling. It's very like pop punk. We also went to the Green Day concert there. I put in like steps on Crazy Step Day. But a lot of this, you know, I've had some health struggles, and it's very much lady bits / bike related. Like lady bits, having issues riding the bike. And like once I start riding again, I have the same lady issues popping up. So I have to be off the bike for a while. And then I try again, and then I have the same lady bits issues on the bike again. So I don't know what to do about it. I've tried like everything I've looked at. I've done all the things people suggest, and I'm still having lady bit issues on the bike. So it's been really frustrating. So I started out really strong, you know, in the beginning of the year, and then had lady bit issues multiple times throughout the year. And I was doing a Power Zone ride, lady bit issues. I ended up doing, I think, 1 ride for week 3, 1 ride for week 4, nothing for week 5. Have not updated the last few days of things, but now I'm doing 10-minute strength workouts, and it's either 10 minutes of strength or 10 minutes of yoga. So yesterday I did a full body weight strength, and then today I did a yoga. So I'm like balancing them between the two. I think I did write in that. Yeah, 10-minute glutes and legs, 10-minute yoga, rest day, and then yesterday and today were the 10-minute full body weight strength, and then yoga today. So it's still, you know, in my challenge, but I'm not riding the bike. Every time I do, I get the same lady bit issues, and it's incredibly uncomfortable and painful and annoying and all that thing. So anyway, all that to just say, I really, like, that's way too much TMI stuff, but all that to say, planner talk. The 2024 worked great for me. I have not used very much of the back sections. I was really gung-ho in the beginning, especially like on the writing, as I was gonna check off all of Bradley Rose's rides. I also had a bar challenge, which I didn't stick with at all. And then I had arms and light weights. These are the Tunde classes. Didn't stick with that at all. Was doing really good on the Maddie core challenge, and that was all I used these back pages for. So I really didn't need these back pages. So that's why I switched to the booklet form. It's the same layout, weekly page. It does have the yearly tracker, which is the new page. So I'll show you. These booklets come in a 2-part thing. So it's 6 months in each part for a full year. You get the yearly calendar, the index type page, the yearly tracker, and then you move straight into your weeks. So it has no monthly pages, no other goal setting stuff in the beginning aside from this. And then you could obviously like use this page for goal setting if you want. And then the very back here, you get hardly any notes pages whatsoever. So there's your last week, and then you get a 2-page spread. So there's not hardly anything built into this planner aside from just, you know, just your weekly spreads and then that yearly spread, which I do want to use. If I ever get back to writing consistently, I will use this for mileage tracking. Like, that's my ultimate goal, is to ride the bike. And I was doing so good, and a few weeks in, I get the same problems over and over again. I'm just getting so frustrated. I was like, screw it, sell the bike, get a treadmill. I don't know what to do about it. So I don't want to go into too much TMI because we're talking lady bits. So like, that's as much as I want to get into it. But there you go. There's all my news. But I wanted to still track my workouts. I still want to concentrate on strength. I want to do some body recomp, lose some of my fluff, and so that's me having the fitness tracker. Really like that. The problem is it doesn't have any of those monthlies, and I do want to have a monthly calendar. And so I set this one up. I did a little bit of planner surgery. So I was thinking, okay, I can buy the monthly booklet, and then I'd have to have 2 booklets separately, or I could potentially play around with printing out my own monthlies and trying to like tack them in. And then I ultimately decided to do planner surgery because I had this that I'm not using. This actually is in a Salty Katie glitter cover. I got this one for my Godzilla planner, which I'll talk about in a little bit, but it covered up all the Godzilla stuff. So I ordered a clear cover, not sure if that's gonna work either, but I'd like to cover this so that my vinyl stays on there really well. But you couldn't see anything through the glitter cover, unfortunately. What I did was I did planner surgery. I took out the first 2 signatures in here. My voice is getting scratchy. Oh my gosh, I had to go get a drink. I could not stop coughing. We were all just getting over a little funk. Okay, so I did perform planner surgery. I used an X-Acto blade to cut the signatures, and then the pages came right out, which is fun. So if you look closely at the spine, you'll see these little like sections of what's been sewn in. My voiceovers are always ratchet because there's always something going on, and right now the dishwasher's going, but I zoomed in and I couldn't actually see any of the signatures, so I took a picture for you guys, and this is just my content planner. You can see those little lines where the pages are folded together to make the little sections. So I took out 2 signatures. There's not a whole lot that's been removed, but if you look really closely, you can see where those signatures are. You'll see like little places where the pages are folded over. And you gotta find like the middle of the signature, which takes some finagling. I'm not gonna lie, it does take a second to like find the sewn bit together. Okay, so there is the signature middle. So you can see the stitching in the book. Every other like little segment has the stitching showing. So what I did was I took the X-Acto blade very carefully, like bent my book all the way around so I could stick an X-Acto blade tip in between there and cut that string. That's how the books are sewn together. So cut all of those little segments all the way down the spine. And then you can pull out that entire little flapper of papers. So you can see my little cuts. I've cut out 2 signatures to get all of the monthlies out. And so this was the last of the monthlies. I don't know how long they give you, maybe till March or maybe just till January. But then I left the weeklies right here. So I have all the weeklies still in this book. If I want the weeklies and daily pages, they're all in here. And because of the way I did this, it ends up, these pages are loose. You can see like, these are not folded over pages because I did end up cutting those monthlies out of this segment. So that is just in here, ready to go. I don't know what I did with my book. Let's flatten it back out. So there's a little bit of loose paper in there, but basically all of the goal setting stuff and the monthlies are taken out of this, and this is legit just the weeklies and then all those back daily pages. So I'd have to figure out a way to use, if I want monthlies in here, I'd have to figure out a way to stick those back in because I stole them and I stuck them in here. So took out those signatures and took all the monthlies and the goal setting pages and stuck them in here. So all of this is the signatures I took out. So I have them clipped in to make them stay, and I have it opened to December and January. So I flapped everything together. So here's what I have so far. I haven't updated it yet. You can see like these pages are folded over. Like here's the center of one of the signatures right there. And then I have them tied into the front page of the actual booklet page. So I have it. So it opens to this page, like the yearly overview page. This is the first one not included in the book itself. This is part of the signature that I ripped out or cut out. Surgery. I did planner surgery. So this is all the loose paper. This is part of the actual booklet. So it's already connected, sewn in here. So none of these ones are sewn in. I just paper clipped them in, which I'm taking off my paper clip so you can see exactly what segment is not included. This whole thing. So I took out the first signature and then cut part of the second signature. And these pages are the loose pages until you get to the center page. So I've got all the monthlies, and I guess it does go just to January. So this is the first half of January. That page that I left in here is the second half of January, which I won't need that monthly. So basically I just took out all the front guts. I've got the goal setting page, the index, the yearly tracker, the goal quarterly pages, which aren't included in the booklet. Okay, so all those quarterly pages, and then the monthlies all the way through the whole end of the year, and then that little January flapper. So now I have the monthlies. They're obviously loose, but this does two things. It gives me that monthly calendar, but it also gives me a yearly overview that I don't have to copy over. It also gives me these quarterly pages that I can use if I choose to use them. I might. I'm not sure about those ones yet, but I definitely want to use the yearly overview page. But because of the way it's done, I would have to redo half the year to get it into the second booklet, whereas this, I could just transfer this whole little chunker over to the next booklet. And it does look a little silly, I'm not gonna lie, it looks kind of silly, but it worked really well. Like me just paper clipping these in, like I'm not gonna be like yanking on the book all over the place. I'm not gonna be throwing it around. It's not even gonna be traveling with me. It's just gonna be literally like opening and closing it on the desk. So it's not a big deal at all. And so I had these pages clipped to this front page. I'm trying to get it like as close to the spine of this book as possible when I'm clipping this in so that it sits mostly even. And of course I'd have to adjust these around. Like if I'm updating June, I'm gonna have to move these around a bit. But I wanted it like holding the book in pretty nice and snugly. These are just really pretty paper clips I got off of Amazon when I was doing Go Wild stuff. I crocheted hearts to go on these paper clips. So they're just pretty rose gold paper clips. So that's how I clipped in the first page, making sure it's nice and lined up, pushing it into the spine, little crevice. And then I wanted it to open to the monthly page. So I can flap to that monthly page. I don't need any of these monthlies because I'm not going to be doing any forward planning type of stuff. So it holds these ones in when I clip all of these to this yearly tracker. I'm just squeezing it all back in. And then I don't want the paper clips to be exactly the same spot as these to add too much bulk. So I'm clipping these like a little bit over so they're not quite on top of each other. Okay, so there's that one, and then clip in this one. And again, we'll have to move paper clips here and there to access every single square inch of the page, but look, it's like it's in. So these are all clipped together, but some of these are loose pages. They're not folded together. So I also just put this on the outside to just hold the entire book together. So there you go. Like that's how I'm going to keep it. It's just all the book goodness. It's the monthlies and the weekly pages and all the goal setting pages. So now I have yearly tracker number 1, quarterly pages, whatever monthly I'm on, which I need to update with the stuff I did today, the second yearly tracker, and my weekly page. Well, I mean, once December 30th rolls around, then I could use this weekly page, but you get the idea. Like it's all tabbed and it's all contained, and again, like not going to throw this around, not going to be tossing it into a bag. It's going to legit just like sit on my desk, and that's it. So I love that I could perform this surgery because I'm not going to use this one in my lineup this year. This one's going to be one I'll either add like mid-year or I'll redate it. It just never ended up in my lineup. I love the TN size, but I got way more A5s than I anticipated, so I'm not really using a whole ton of TNs, but this is one I'm using, and I'm so excited to be able to clip it all in. I've got the pink going along with the black, which I think is really pretty. Totally reminds me of Avril Lavigne. So super cute, punky little fitness journal. So I love what I did with this one. I just totally hacked the system and did the little planner surgery, and I ended up doing one other planner surgery as well. So that one is all taken care of, and I'm excited to be able to move into that and have all my monthlies and fitness stuff and not have the excess pages. So we're dealing with this being my fitness versus this, and I only have to carry 1/2 at a time. So legit, like, the difference here is staggering size-wise. And I have so many pages in the back here. I can totally use this as a notebook at some point because there's still like over 100 pages in the back. I want to say, so this was the last page, 11. So I still have 110 pages in the back here I can use for just miscellaneous notes and brainstorming and stuff, because this is still a beautiful book. I just don't need those notes pages. And now this handled that situation. Of course, like, if you don't have a spare yearly hanging around, you could totally do the same thing with printables and just fold them and stick them in. I just happen to have one that was already done up and perfectly sized, and it's the same beautiful TRP paper, so I went ahead and just did my little planner surgery. My one other TN, I think this is the only other TN I have for the year. Nope, total lies. I totally have my planner, and it is also a TN, but it's a compact size. Here is my gaming planner, and I did the Godzilla cover. I cut this out with my Silhouette Cameo. Really cute. I covered up the gold because it was going to cover up just a few of the letters, so I covered it up with gold to just hide it a little bit better. The gold carries across the back, and so does the Godzilla. I love this. So one thing I noticed is these pieces kind of had a tendency to stick up, so I tried to tape them down, but it's still not the greatest. I might have to use some different glue to try to glue those down a little bit better, but I love the way that this looks. I just don't want these to start flaking off. I found that this glitter vinyl is not super duper strong, so I wanted to cover it. That's why I got this glitter cover, because I'm like, yeah, we can add more glitter. Well, it just totally hid the entire Godzilla. So I ordered a clear cover that should be here eventually to hopefully put a clear cover on this just to protect the vinyl. I'm not a huge fan of clear covers, but these Salty Katie covers that are glittery are just fantastic. Like, this changed the mulberry cover from a meh to an amazing. Like, look, you still see the color, but you don't see any of the imperfections or scuffs or anything, like glue residues, nothing. You just see the color and the glitter. And I'm not usually a planner wrapper. I don't love like the feel of this. I'd rather feel like the leatherette feeling, but I could get used to this. Honestly, I'm gonna give it a try, and it is so beautiful and sparkly, so I'm gonna deal with the glare and suck it up and use clear covers here and there. And hopefully the clear cover will go on this one. I do love the feel of this glitter vinyl. It feels kind of, I don't know, very satisfying, and then the pebbly texture is really nice, but I do want to protect it a little bit. And then speaking of covers and speaking of planner surgery, I wanted to put my Rosey planner, this is from the Rosey Life, and I wanted to put this planner in a cover. I had ordered this A5 to go on the Mulberry A5, which I plan on using as an experimental planner. I got the horizontal in A5, same mulberry color, got the glitter cover, so it will look like this, which I loved. It fit like a glove, but the Rosey Life is a little bit thicker and it did not fit in the cover, so I wanted to try it out. This is the squished up Rosey Life. I ended up getting a replacement. She was so amazing. Check out that video. I'll link it down below. This is the crunched up one. I didn't want to do planner surgery on the one that I was planning on actually using. Like, you can still tell that it was wrinkled up, but it really helped like force it to be a little bit flatter. But the only thing is it didn't fit entirely in this cover. So you can see I just sliced off the tiniest hair of the back cover. You can see the white pages behind it because the cover did not fit. It was just like the hair too small, the cover was a little bit too big. So I sliced that off the back cover, which, I mean, if you're looking at the planner, you would never really know, except these aren't exactly even. Like, this one hangs over quite a bit And this side, there's like hardly anything hanging over past the pages. I also rounded the corners. I have a corner chomper and I can round the corners with that. So I totally performed surgery. It was such a pain to get it in here. I'm like taking it out, trying to put it back on, slicing it a little bit, like multiple times just to slice the tiniest bit off. I'm trying to slice as little as possible. And yeah, fit it on there. Does look a little silly on the back, but I'm not like looking at the back of my planner ever. I'm so excited to have the pink and glitter. Like the combination is just perfection. Pink and sparkles, it's just wonderful. So that was the other little planner surgery I did. This one was not nearly as intense as, you know, taking out signatures. There you go. There's my whole like spiel that I wanted to share with you guys. I was so proud of myself for hacking the planner and making it work. I'm super excited about this one. It's just like what exactly I needed in the booklet and nothing more, nothing less. Just fitness perfection right there. That's it for the little planner talk. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and clean my pens out. Before we get to the writing sample, I have one little clip to share. I filmed a little bit of our Christmas lights again. I ended up working on the front rails. We also got a tree topper for our big tree, and I have all of it on rainbow. So last night it was really cute. I have all of it rainbow-fied. I will share that on here. I was so excited to finally get all of the rails done. I ordered different sets for various things, including that upstairs Christmas tree, but because the girls had already decorated it, I was not about to redo it. So that set will have to wait till next year, but everything else is all set up just how I want it. Now, excuse the mess. I've got garbage bags in the hallway of donations and also a laundry basket that the girls need to put away. So there's stuff everywhere. And also I'm going to show you guys our little Santa picture frame. So every year the girls get pictures with Santa, and we started this process with Olivia when she was a teeny tiny baby, and we do this every year. Santa is actually scheduled to visit us one of these days this month, so I'll get another picture frame for 2024. And yeah, just a tradition that we have, and Johnny lined them up around the tree. He like got them in order, and they're like right at kids' height. So I'm going to walk you through all of those pictures and show them to you guys, because that's just like one of my absolute favorite holiday traditions, is having these little picture frames, and the girls look at them every year and just love it. Like Stella was like, okay, is this baby picture Stella or is this baby picture Livy? And was like walking through each of them with me yesterday, and it just, oh, it's just everything. Like having those, sharing those with the kids. I just love it coming around and them being excited about it too. So I'm going to share that clip with you guys, and I'm going to put the rest of this video to music. We'll do the writing samples. This one is a little bit sheening, does have that like purple shift to it, and it's really neat. And also the gray looks just very nice, medium gray. So I'm going to clean my pens out, do the writing samples, and wrap up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed Vlogmas Day 3. Like and subscribe and follow me along, and I will have more Vlogmas for you guys. I'm also linking everything possible in the description box for you guys, so if you're looking for any information, check there. And then if you need more help, you can ask me questions. I'm always here to help you guys and answer comments and lead you guys in the right direction, but I definitely like link things in the description box for you guys. Also, I am posting a little bit more in real time on Instagram as well, so check that out. I have a Vlogmas highlight up on the like top story bar on the Instagram highlight reel bar thing. I have a Vlogmas section, so you can check that out as well. And that is it. Hope you guys have a great day, and I will catch you guys back here tomorrow for Vlogmas Day 4. Bye guys. looks really cool and sheeny on the TRP. You get the variation in the strokes. So fun. And then yeah, just gorgeous gray color. Stunner.